In the 1970s, many Americans with severe disabilities were confined to nursing homes. These homes often did not provide adequate medical care, blatantly violated individuals' rights, and did not provide them with an opportunity to explore the education, career, or other forms of self-expression that these individuals might want to pursue. A group of disabled individuals, along with their families and allies, decided that enough was enough. And in the mid-1970s, they formed the Atlantis community, right here in Denver, Colorado. Named after the fictional lost city of Atlantis, the Atlantis program aimed to give individuals with disabilities new opportunities to pursue what they wanted to pursue, whether that was education, career, or self-expression. But as these individuals began to pursue their goals, they ran into a problem. To get around Denver, they needed transit, and most of the RTD's buses were inaccessible.
In 1977, Atlantis sued the RTD, saying that if we could put a man on the moon, we can put lifts on buses.
1 year later, with the lawsuit still ongoing, members of the Atlantis community decided enough was enough. Right here, at the intersection of Colfax and Broadway, just steps from the Colorado State Capitol, they decided to stage a protest. On the morning of July 5th, 1978, an RTD bus pulled up to the Colfax and Broadway station. Immediately, a group of wheelchair users pulled up in front of the bus. Another bus arrived behind the first one, and the wheelchair users surrounded both of them, blocking their movement and stopping traffic. They refused to move, saying that they would stay in their position until the RTD installed wheelchair lifts on at least a third of their buses. Citizens pled with the protesters to move out of the way because Denver traffic had come to a standstill. More and more police showed up on the scene, demanding that the protesters move.
The protest also began to attract the attention of the media, bringing awareness all around the country to what was going on in Denver. The protesters remained at Colfax and Broadway all through the night, continuing to block the bus's movements. By the morning of July 6th, representatives of the RTD were ready to talk with the protesters. Eventually, they agreed to the protesters' demands. 1/3 of Denver's buses would be equipped with wheelchair lifts. In the years that followed, Denver became one of the first U.S. cities with broadly accessible public transportation, thanks to the 19 wheelchair users who risked their lives to protest transit inaccessibility. The Gang of 19, as they became known, inspired similar protests all around the country, targeting not just transit, but also inaccessible buildings and unjust services. Eventually, these protests led to the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990.
Today, at the site of the protest, a plaque commemorates the Gang of 19 and their brave action. And every single bus that stops here is now wheelchair accessible. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more like it, consider subscribing and donating to my Patreon or Ko-Fi. Take care till the next one.